his ankles. Now he's got an entourage, and he's got a touchdown.
The impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
He's got it. End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a Sunday. Y'all know what it is, right? So in honor of the Cowboys winning today, right?
So bad. It's so bad.
I gotta wear this right here, man. I said I was gonna do it. So yeah, I'll do it. Every time the Cowboys win, I'll wear it. Right? So hopefully I'll have to wear it that much. Because they barely won today. But nonetheless, man, it's your boy Cam. That is the homie, the high school brethren.
That was a little while ago. I'm very disgusted right now. I was really in a good mood, man. And Cam's freaking sweatshirt rubbed the juju off through the two computers, and he made my power go out. So like, everybody in the comments, like it's the Cam curse, bro. He just elevated it. Like it upgraded from regular Cam curse to like platinum status.
You know who messed up your power? You know who messed up your power?
What?
DJ Lagway. He's still trying to find his receivers. Hit your transponder.
You should have seen that short I shared. It's got a picture of him. He goes to throw. He's like, LSU's out there somewhere.
Man,
it was Christmas. It was Christmas Day, bro. It was Christmas Day. It was all those people was hyped. I'm not gonna get too into it, but all those people that were hyping him up in the preseason. That's why I didn't do that. I
think he's still a good quarterback. I just think like they're just not flowing right. Like even the game against USF, he was not looking comfortable. Like early in the season, even the end of last year, it felt like he could get into the offense and just do what it do. But this last two games, USF and then LSU, he just didn't look comfortable. I don't know what they trying to do with him, but he is not the quarterback that you want to be fumbling around back there. Like he ain't there yet.
He was making plays, but he just cannot read the defense, dude. He was forcing balls and like horrible coverage. But we're not going to get too much into that. But if you are an NFL or college football connoisseur, like ourselves included, you are in the right place. If you are looking for somewhere to cover all of your college football and NFL needs 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you are in the right place. Don't go paying for ESPN. Don't go paying for Fox. Don't go paying for any of that. No, you are in the right place. You know why? One, it's free. Two, it's not no BS takes. None of that stupid shit. None of this crazy freaking Stephen A. Smith, Nick Wright, crazy hot take stuff. None of that. You are in the right place. Expert analysis, great debates, awesome topics, great graphics, great intro, outro, all that good stuff. So if you like this kind of content, don't hesitate. Smash the like button, follow, subscribe across all platforms, man. We are killing it on YouTube right now. We are less than 5 million views away from 100 million in less than 2.5 years. And that's thanks to people like you on the other side of that screen. So thank you very, very much. But also, a lot of you guys are watching the videos, but you're not subscribed. It's completely free. Take the elevator, not the stairs. You are too good for the search bar. Like, follow, subscribe, not just on YouTube, but check us out on TikTok, X, Twitch for all the game streams, Facebook. And if you like our weekly shows, but maybe you don't like watching the video or you don't have time, cool. We got your audio covered as well on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon for all you gym goers, all of you office workers, all that good stuff. So if you love football in any capacity whatsoever, you are in the right place. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and you can't go wrong, man. It's completely free. Check us out.
Of course, couldn't have said it better myself, man. But nonetheless, man, let's get going. Let's get going, man. So y'all know what it is. Thank you to the new viewers, man. That percentage has finally gone up. So guess what that means? Somebody new is watching, right? Our casual viewers didn't really dip at all. And then the regular viewers didn't really do anything either. But we're glad that y'all maintain y'all viewership. That means that we're doing something right. All right. So come on over. The water's fine. Y'all do what it do, man. So let's see what we got here. All right, let's start with some college, man. Let's do that. If this thing don't speed up, bruh. All right, man. So it's time for our weekend overreactions, sponsored by the Villain Sports Media Network, man. So, what is your overreaction from this weekend, Brandon? Good or bad?
Overreaction is I picked pretty damn good last week. Overreaction is a couple teams that were ranked really high in the preseason already sitting at 2 losses, 2 of which I picked to lose last week. So at the end of the day, you can't always go off of those, man. Sometimes you got to be able to see things, not necessarily hindsight 2020, but like there's not always a great carryover from the season before, and there's a lot of hoopla and hype going into the season that sometimes is really unwarranted. So I mean, look, dude, Florida was ranked really high. I think it was unwarranted. Notre Dame was ranked really high, and I feel like they lost a lot of key pieces, and I feel like they shouldn't have been ranked that high. So, I mean, it all depends, man. You can go off of rankings all you want, but it's a week-by-week basis. Who wants it more and who wants to win?
Yeah, man. So, it's an interesting weekend. We'll say that. Interesting weekend because a lot of teams, you're sitting there like, damn, that's what they doing this year? Nah, they ain't gonna win nothing if they keep doing that, right? But also, it was a good weekend for the contenders, man. So not I guess say overreaction for me. Like Georgia Tech, right? I think that's the biggest overreaction for me because as good as they've played, right? And basically how they've won games makes it look like they could go to the ACC championship and look like a playoff team. But I would caution everybody, don't bite the cheese yet. Because Haynes King, unfortunately, we have to say this, he hasn't been the healthiest in terms of career, right? So their success depends on him, and his durability isn't that good.
I mean, a lot of people said that about Michael Penix too, and look what happened. Just saying. Just saying.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not the same. Now,
he had injury issues.
Since you want to go there, what was Michael Penix doing that was getting him hurt?
He was running. Okay. But that doesn't mean. I mean, yeah.
Okay, then that's my point. He's gonna have to run the ball a lot for the rest of this season.
I mean, yeah, no, because I mean he's been really efficient throwing the ball as well. Like we can just be honest. Like it affects the game. His running.
Really? We're gonna go there. All right, wait till we get to the game. I'm gonna show you. My point is going to be valid. When you see the game.
All I know is I feel pretty good about predicting them to be where they were at, and I'm pretty sure you do too.
I felt good too, but that's my overreaction, man. Don't fall for it yet. He's got to put together a whole season of health because his draft stock depends on it. The team depends on it, and they're going to need him. He's going to have to look like Max Duggan out there, bro. Like, seriously.
Yeah, just not against. So not
say
just
what you want about TCU.
So yeah, just not against Georgia Max Duggan, right?
That's
we don't want.
fine.
I'm just saying we don't want that,
bro. You can have that, bro. But Max Duggan is a legend. based off of that whole run, right? So you gotta put it together, man. That's all, and they're gonna need him. And what's crazy about that is that Max Duggan did all of that. He was playing like prime Tebow, bro. He was going hard, running the ball, throwing the ball, right? And that's what Georgia Tech's gonna need. I just caution everybody: don't put your money on them just yet, all right? Because his career has been marred by that. And yeah, we can bring up Penix, but one thing that helped Penix is stopping running. He can't do that for Georgia Tech because that's how their offense works, you know. So that's your overreactions this weekend, man. Sponsored by the Villain Sports Media Network. Check it out.
He seemed like he trying to put a disclaimer out there. That way, if something happens to Georgia Tech, he'd be like, "Ha, I told you so."
Man,
but I'm not. But I'm not taking my foot off the brake. I mean, I'm not taking my foot off the gas.
I ain't saying it like that. I just know that we've seen this from Haynes King before, man, and he looked awesome at some times. I think what was that? Texas? Was that A&M? I think that was A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's looked really good at times at A&M. And it just then, you know, that's what made Wegman become the starter at some time, you know. So there's a lot, man. But gotta talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide, man. We on a 2-game win streak, man. Now, let me start off by this disclaimer, okay? All right. The views of this show don't affect everybody else but me.
Shout out to the 55 people watching right now, by the way.
Yeah, we got them people in here today. We do. We got them people in here today. But hindsight being 2020, as the Bama fan of this duo, I am excited. But as I mentioned early in the season, when people kept asking me, man, how you think Bama gonna do? I'm cautiously optimistic. Why? Because yes, even though we lost to Florida State to start the season, it wasn't Ty Simpson's fault. Let's just say that. And I'm seeing a trend with him that his completion percentage is pretty fucking good. Like every week, it's still good. Like it's up there in like I want to say like 65, something like that. It's definitely not terrible. And I'm like, that's good because that was what troubled us last year, making the throws that count, right? The only thing that I am worried about, right? One, stopping the run. I don't like that. We did okay. Damn, I put two things on there. Fuck.
Yeah, no.
Fuck. Damn. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. It don't look like that the rest of the show. But my bad. But I was worried. I'm worried about our run production. Okay. I don't like when a quarterback is running the ball too much. All right. When he's your leading rusher and it's not a part of your offensive attack, that's a bad thing. So I'm also liking the fact that they're using Jeremy Bernard as a kind of a Kenyon Drake sort of player, right? We're going to pass the ball to him, give him some jet sweeps, give him some receiver power. I saw that play a few times, right? So I like that wrinkle because we might need that moving forward against you guys, against Georgia. Like we might need that wrinkle because we can't run the ball for shit right now. I mean, and that's surprising coming from an Alabama fan and an Alabama team. You can't run the ball. Like, and it's not like they're not trying. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but they're just not going anywhere. Right? So I like the wrinkle that shows that, you know, Kalen DeBoer sees what we're seeing. You know, like, yo, this shit ain't working. We got to do something. Right. So I do like that, man. So it's interesting. Like it's Wisconsin. So you don't really expect much from them, at least right now. But I did like the fact that Ryan Williams went to his back to his former self, right? But it's also Wisconsin, dog. They don't see
Must have
people like Ryan Williams all the time.
must have got the good nail polish this week.
Man, he might have not played with it because he seemed to not drop the ball too much. It wasn't slippery, you know. So, hey, but that's all right, man. Like I said, I'm joking. Obviously, he's a really good player, but man, he got to get it together. Got to get it together. But I do, like I said, I do like Ty Simpson's ability to pass the ball. I'm loving that because every week he seems to just get more comfortable in what he's seeing. And shoot, he got the receivers to go up there and get the ball, right? I mean, he ain't got, LSU guys that just, 6'5", 8 and all that shit. We ain't got that. But we do got receivers that know how to catch the damn ball. So we gotta keep using, So that's my take on it, man. What's good, Wendy?
My biggest thing is it's a good win. I'm just looking big picture, kind of going back to that point you made that you're gonna have to find a spot where you can start establishing the run. Because when I start looking at the end of towards the middle to once you get into SEC play, there are some teams that if you can't run the ball on them and they're gonna force you to pass, that could be an issue. And I think they'll figure it out at least to an extent. But Alabama is not successful how they normally are if all they can do is throw. They're not normally one-dimensional. Usually the run usually prevails, but they still have a respectable pass game. Now it's now we're struggling to run the ball, but we can throw the ball all over the damn place. Guys throwing for almost 400 yards, great completion percentage, and so on. And Wisconsin's not a pushover. I would just be concerned that, we just need to find out who's going to be that guy or how are we going to attack this to be able to get yardage, even if you're not just averaging 4 yards a carry. You want to at least be getting something because that'll help your pass game even more and make the defense respect your offense a bit more, and you kind of play around with the playbook a little bit.
Nah, man, I think we gotta do that, man. We gotta establish them. That's the toughest part, man. The SEC is a place where you have to run the ball, man. I don't think passing works, man. It doesn't. Every team that's won a national title out of the SEC, man, they could run the football. And then arrows pass, they could run them even better, So you gotta do it at least a little bit. Even Tennessee, who throw the ball 60 times, they still run it 20 times. And I think that's what helps them a lot, So but let's get into some more action, man. Roll Tide all the time. Every time.
That's a nasty combo. A cowboy sweatshirt and saying that. That's crazy.
That's not how. That's not nice, Brandon.
Hey, Cam, what happened? You doubled it up on this one too.
No, I didn't.
Okay, about to say. I was
I was saying no, I didn't. No. No, it was probably late when I started it and I just pasted it on there.
Whoops.
I was just you know what? I just do it. Whatever. And then after the next day, when I'm actually well rested, that's when it looks better.
Shout out to the 73 people watching, by the way.
73.
He knows better than 73. 74.
Shoot, it might be 74.
75.
75, 76. Shoot, we going hard today, man. But nonetheless, man, we are good. We are definitely good, man. So let's get into it, though, man. All right. So Georgia Tech, gets the win, and they will most certainly be in the top 25. Right? It dropped today, so they're definitely.
Yeah, they're almost. I think they're 16 or 18 or something. They're in the top 20.
Yeah. So there you go, man. They've done their thing, right? So. The reason why I am cautiously optimistic about Georgia Tech is because it's a lot on your quarterback, man. And I get it. I do. That's their offense, right? The Tebow did it. Who else did it? Vince Young did it, right? Jaden Daniels did it. Like, cool. But
Oh, yeah.
having that much yardage on your quarterback already, like he's literally got like 400 yards rushing already. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's already like my Heisman front runner. I think he's the front runner. I would say, dude from Utah at the end of the year, if he stays
Dampier.
healthy, Dampier is gonna be in that conversation too, right? As long as Utah keep winning, his numbers are gonna reflect a Heisman candidate, right? But
Mhm.
the front runner is most certainly Haynes King right now. He's got a bunch of passing yards. He's got a bunch of rushing yards and a lot of touchdowns too. He's getting some touchdowns rushing. So typically, quarterbacks who get 20-20 usually win the Heisman. Lamar did it, Cam did it, Tebow did it, Troy Smith did it. Like those guys that double up the 20-20 club usually get the Heisman, right? Unless you got Derrick Henry who run for like 2,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't happen that often. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Deshaun Watson was close to 20-20, but you know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. Derrick Henry had 2,000 and almost 30 touchdowns. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And then Christian McCaffrey was doing everything. He had like almost 3,000 all purpose yards. So,
And still
like,
didn't win it.
yeah,
And still didn't win it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I told people when they was arguing about that at the time, I was like, yo, McCaffrey's not changing the scoreboard enough. Derrick Henry got like 20 touchdowns at that time. I was like, yo.
Yeah, McCaffrey was just racking up yards. He wasn't always just getting in the end zone as much,
Yeah,
which I
man.
feel like
Like,
still affects the game. But
it does. It does. But at the same time, man, if he scored more touchdowns, they might have won a lot more games. So that's my thing, man. It's cool to run and have the stats and stuff like that, which he did, but you have to change the scoreboard. And Derrick Henry had like almost 30 touchdowns, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't think it's not many people at that particular time that had 2,000 yards within the SEC schedule. You know what I'm saying? I think he might have been the first one. If you count Herschel with the bowl game and shit, yeah, but they didn't count the bowl game back then. So, you know, it don't really count that much. But 2,000 is crazy, you know. So, but like I said, man, shout out to the Yellow Jackets, man, and making our prediction look good, man. And I like to see their receiver, man. You start to see that speed, man. 3 catches for 73. Yo, y'all better look out, man, because he gonna keep on getting open downfield. And as long as Haynes King can keep doing this dual threat thing, you're gonna have to commit somebody in the box, man. You know. But we gotta talk about Clemson too, man. They took the loss here and they got 2 losses, you know. So this is doubly bad because say they tied, say they get their act together and they win everything, right? You still gonna have to play this team again. You know,
I'm not even convinced of that, dude, because they still they still got Miami on the schedule, and Miami actually looks like a pretty complete team. So I would be very concerned. There's way too much talent on this roster for them to be struggling like that. Those 2 turnovers kicked them in the freaking ass. Like it did. Like, and I'm not seeing that production from Clemson's defense like they're supposed to. Most returning talent on the defensive side of the ball in the entire country. And you got a guy throwing for like 250 and running for 100 on you. That's unacceptable. And then you got the Heisman front runner as your quarterback, and he ain't doing nothing. He's struggling too. 15 for 26, 1 touchdown and an interception. I wasn't fully committed to them in the preseason. I just said something ain't right. Like they got a really good team, and on paper, this should not be the case, but there is something up, and they are just not performing up to snub. But give Georgia Tech where it's clear, man. They come in with a really good game plan. They play flawless. They don't turn the ball over, and they win. They score almost every single quarter besides the third, and Haynes King is the driving force behind this offense. it's going to be really hard for anybody else in this conference to slow them down. I think the only other team that has that shot is probably going to be Miami. And I'm not convinced that they can do it. I think Georgia Tech's really dangerous. I think they're really dangerous for the simple fact that they are really well coached, for the simple fact that they're very disciplined, and they play within themselves. They don't do like go crazy. Like they just do what they need to do. Like they don't have a problem getting dirty. They don't have a problem doing what they got to do, and they just win. And I think as long as he's healthy, which I understand has been a huge concern, if he's healthy, this team is a playoff team, without a doubt. I'm sorry, like dude is lethal. Like it's gonna be hard for anybody to slow them down. And he is a good passer, but I mean, hey, if you can run around, shit, why should I throw the ball freaking 40, 50 times if I can run it around a little bit? If they can't stop it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, man. It's just like I don't know, man.
I get the concern. I get it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, it's so early. Like if this was late in the season and then he started kicking into the gear, I would be cool, man. But damn, it's so early to really have to do it. And I think their schedule's favorable moving forward, though, which is why a lot of people are kind of like, yeah, there's a possibility they can make it. And hopefully they get to the point where they can find a solution running the ball so he doesn't have to do it that much, right? So it's more of a cumulative total for him, his rushing yards. Like at the end of the day, he might have like 10 carries for 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because he's not getting all that punishment. But in this particular game, I don't mind it because they needed all of those yards.
Mm-hmm.
They needed every single bit of them. So
I will say though, I think Clemson's cooked, bro. I think they're like teetering on being cooked because I'll be honest with you, if they drop a third one, let me just look at their schedule real quick because I want to be factual when I'm making this statement. Let's see. I don't want to stay on this too long, but let's just see. Clemson. I just seen Clemson football. There we go. Clemson. All right. So let's see. So they got home against Syracuse this week. They should win that. They got to go to Chapel Hill and play Chapel Hill Bill. They got to go play at Boston College. That could be a trap game. Mm-hmm. They got home against SMU, where Kelly Jennings is really good. They got home against Duke. They got home against Florida State. That could be a scary one. They got to go at Louisville, home against Furman, and then they finish. So they don't even play Miami, so that's favorable. But they got to play at South Carolina at the end of the year too. So I could definitely see them finishing the year with 3 or 4 losses if they don't figure out what the hell they got to do.
Yeah, I just think it's really the fact that they don't have no balance. Like their balance is off. Like usually Clemson has a pretty good balanced offense. It's not that good. But let's keep going. Man. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got, man. Shout out to the Yellow Jackets, man. All right, man. What the hell got into this game, man? Yo, Georgia act like they got some offense in this thing, bro. Kirby done cracked the code, man. They done actually got some offense down there in Athens, man. What in the world is this, man? But you know what? I am actually happy to see this score, man, because Georgia knows they need to stretch the field, right? Mm-hmm. But the fact that you can score with Tennessee is a bad thing for Tennessee's defense. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's not good. Georgia ain't supposed to be cracking you for 300 yards in the air. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 500 yards of total offense. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That is a Nick Saban disciple, man. Okay? They don't do that.
That's bad for both of them, to be honest with you. Giving up that much offense, that's concerning for both.
Yeah, I already knew Georgia wasn't necessarily that good on defense this year. But they lost a lot last year. So it wasn't actually last few years they've lost so many players, right? But specifically last year they lost big pieces. So I wasn't too keen on them on defense anyway. right?
Mhm.
So, but man, like that's a crazy game, bro. Crazy game. Georgia wins in overtime, right? But this is a pretty interesting thing though, because there's some issues with Tennessee that I want to highlight, all right? And
Mhm.
it's all in the numbers, right? So you're looking at Tennessee's total, right? And you'd be like, oh, they didn't hold the ball that long, right? That's because they was doing damage early, right?
Mm.
And they also play real fast. So don't really pay attention to that, right? Oh, the time of possession is not really a big deal for Tennessee because they play so fast, right? But the penalties is an issue, right? That shows me that they're not disciplined enough, and against Georgia, you have to be disciplined. Don't get me wrong, they had some penalties too, but you can tell they ain't out here just wilding.
Mhm.
Those 10 penalties for 82 yards
That's
cost
a lot.
y'all the game.
Mhm.
Whether it be a false start, a holding, a pass interference, face mask, taunting penalty, whatever they were, that cost you a chance to beat them. Because had you not committed that penalty or wherever it was in the game, you would have stopped it, right? So
Mhm.
that's gotta change if they want to actually get to the playoffs again, right? So that was my biggest takeaway of the game, man. Those penalties, right? Now shout
Mhm.
out Brazil though. He went off for 177. So right, they've been producing some receivers at Tennessee, right? Jalen Hyatt went pretty high in the round in the draft. So this guy could be a nice addition too. So we'll see. We'll see.
You know, let me see something. No, for me, first of all, shout out to Tennessee for getting Joey Aguilar. Seems like a much better investment than what they had with Nico. Obviously, you see what's going on at UCLA. That's a dumpster fire. Uh, he balled out, man. But those 2 turnovers are costly turnovers. Both teams 2 turnovers each. But when you got a short point game like this, 3-point loss, like you can't turn the ball over at all. Threw for a lot of yards, man. I think Tennessee's talented, but I think Tennessee still has a. I'll agree with you in the sense that defensively, I think they are a liability, meaning that like that's not good. Like if you can air it out like that on the regular, that's great. But we not playing Big 12 football in the mid to late 2000s where you could throw for 500 yards, and now I'm giving up 500 yards. That's not good because you're just now getting the SEC play, and this is already what we're looking like. That's not a good look. You have to be able to contain people on defense. Like it's all fun and games to score fast early on. But when you start turning the ball over and your defense can't stop and your offense is making mistakes, that's a problem. That's going to be the difference maker in you having a positive win record in the conference and trying to be in the conference championship game. Or if you're just going to be one of those ultra talented teams that just can't put it all together and get it done. So, I mean, I think they're still a good team, but I'd say this is very concerning. Georgia's going to be Georgia. Yeah, they gave up a lot of yards, but they played Tennessee. I don't see Georgia giving up that many yards total offense to a whole lot of people this season. Even with the pieces that they lost, I don't necessarily see that. I think they're still going to be a viable threat. I think they'll take a loss or 2 down the stretch. It just really all depends how the dominoes fall. But the biggest concern for me is Tennessee's defense.
Well, is it concerning to you though that Georgia wasn't prepared for this no huddle though? Is that
That
concerning to you?
it is. I mean, you play Tennessee every single year, and you know they play fast paced, stretch the field. So I would say that was kind of stupid. Now I like the adjustments they made and really, put the hand around the throat going down the stretch and found a way to win. But I wouldn't say the game was a shoe in by any means. This thing went down to the wire, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and Georgia just made less mistakes. Those 2 turnovers with 10 penalties, like that'll do you in. 82 yards of penalties is crazy. That leads me to believe like you got a couple BS PIs or face mask or something that's getting you for like 10, 15 yards, like, or You get the bad pass interference call, that's a lot of yards right there, putting the team in scoring position. I didn't get to watch this game, but you can look at the stat sheet and you see time of possession. I wouldn't really look at that, but the penalties mixed in with those turnovers, like that's not a good look for me. And then you're 5 for 12 on third down. That's not good either.
No, I agree. They have a lot to work on, man. I would be if I was Kirby Smart, I would be a little mad at practice this week.
Oh yeah, he gonna be a little lit up.
But let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. All right. It's slow, man. Our internet connections are like going stupid today.
Somebody must be on the phone.
Yeah, probably, man. but not necessarily the high profile game. But I'm using this as a vehicle to really push Dampier into the Heisman conversation. All right, so the guy has had almost 200 yards passing and about 100 every game so far this year, and they just been playing Utah football, man. Like they run the ball pretty good. They take time off the clock. Like they play good defense, especially for a former Pac-12 school, right? I think they played the best defense when they were in the Pac-12. Period. Like that's why they beat up on USC so many times because they play good defense. USC don't know nothing about that, but they played their ass off, man. And I really just want to highlight Dampier, right? Like no shade at Wyoming because they actually have had a very, very long history of like being the gateway job to other coaches, right? I think they have a bunch of coaches that have coached there over the years and have like gotten other jobs. So no shade at them. They'll probably be one of the best teams in the Mountain West this year, right? They'll steal some games, right? So we'll see. I don't know. But bigger picture, Dampier is a Heisman contender, right? Like they're gonna need him, right? You hate to put it all on a quarterback, man, but if he doesn't do what he does, they ain't winning nothing. You seen it with Cam Rising. When he left the team, they tanked. They started losing to teams like Oklahoma State and shit. Like, and they were terrible last season. It looked like they're gonna be bad this year. But he has to do it, man. So not really much to talk about. Like I said, Utah did their thing, and that's what they were supposed to do. 500 yards of offense, though. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But another team with a high penalty rate. Now, it could have been because the game got out of hand later and you playing some younger dudes, right? That ain't really there, so they making mistakes or whatever. But still, Utah looks like one of those teams out of the Big 12. So you gotta pay attention. So
any team coached by King Whittingham, they're gonna be well coached, man. And I love the fact that there's not been any drop off on offense. Then there were a lot of question marks offensively. Now you lose that stable guy at the quarterback position who you feel like really kept you relevant. And he comes in here and he's like, okay, well, hold my beer, watch this. And he has just been lighting it up. And that's what I love to see from a Utah Utes King Whittingham coach team, because they're going to be respectable on defense. They're going to be hard-nosed, disciplined. And when they got the right quarterback, this offense rolls. We've seen what happened when Cam Rising was hitting healthy on all cylinders. Nobody could stop them. Now Utah's got a dual threat, which is even more scary because he can air it out or he can carve you up on the ground. Now, obviously, this is Wyoming, and nothing against Wyoming. They're not a bad program by any means. But I just want to see what happens. I want to see them light it up on those Big 12 schools, because if they're able to do anything like this in conference, Utah's a very good dark horse to make the Big 12 championship game, in my opinion.
Most definitely, man. It should be interesting, especially with Arizona State out of the picture right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow, that was fast.
Yeah, it's Nah, but
This was a hell of a game.
it definitely was. It definitely was, man. So, man, so I could say a lot about Notre Dame and giving up all of that yards, man. But that would be sacrilegious in terms of football fans because it's not fair because it takes away from a really good game, right? Uh, so I ain't gonna go there. But what about the maturation process of Marcel Reed? Like,
Man, did you see him down the stretch in the fourth quarter?
I did.
Like that last drop, because what happened, they had that penalty on the return. Oh, that's going to screw them out of field position. Dude, I seen him roll out. And last year, I feel like he would have just took off. Or he rolls out, he comes back around, slings it. They get close to the freaking red zone and they run like 3 pass plays, all incomplete. And I'm like, man, like, what you going to do? What you going to do? Takes a snap, rolls around a little bit, puts the ball on the money to his freaking tight end, goes up and gets it in the end zone for the win. Like, he's made major strides. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he was just very impressive. Like, I know the completion percentage can kind of be a little bit of concern, but dude, when he needed to be on, needs to be on for me, he was on. That dude is dangerous. And I said it last week. That Mike Elko coach team, people didn't want to freaking think, oh, it's Notre Dame. They're going to beat him. They're going to beat him. I'm like, dude, do not sleep on it. This guy can coach. They've got talent, and he can coach. And they hung with them all game. And it came down to the end, and Marcel Reed and the Aggies did just enough. That was a thriller. Back and forth, back and forth. That last 5 minutes or so was crazy. It was a really good game.
Yeah, man. Nah, it was a good game, man. Like classic, one of those classic games. But I think I would like to say that yeah, his completion percentage, Marcel Reed wasn't the best, right? But I do think Notre Dame wins this game if CJ Carr's a year older. I think he wins. I think they win this game if he's 1 year older because he would have been a little bit more comfortable in the spot he was in, even though they had a chance to take the lead again, right? He would have been a little bit more comfortable as an older quarterback, should I say, right? I think Marcel Reed was just comfortable. And that's why he did it. I think if he was in the freshman position or underclassman position that he was in last year, I don't think they win this game, right? But he seemed to have really, really just honed in on some things. He just looked like nothing was bothering him. So
he handles the pressure really well. Even last year, like with that adversity, when they had to go play LSU, they had to play LSU at home. That was a hostile game, and he didn't shake under the lights. Like that he's got ice in his veins. He might have made some mistakes, but anytime you can go out and hit your receiver for 7 catches over 200 yards, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then Moss, who actually committed to Alabama and then moved to Texas A&M, he had a good game, so that kind of helped the flow of the offense. Like I said, this didn't surprise me that much. I think the I guess you say how good the game was surprised me. I thought it would have been more low scoring, honestly. But the fact that Marcel Reed is a dual threat quarterback, he just kind of, Elko's moving like he had Riley Leonard in a sense, right? You just got a faster Riley Leonard. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
A little bit smaller because he's actually got a smaller frame.
He's got a good arm though.
Yeah. So it's like he can beat you. So I was excited. I think the penalties obviously have to, that has to come down. But
man,
Notre Dame's still okay. Like even though they lost 2 games, like this is supposed to happen, right? You have a quarterback, right? That I want to say Riley Leonard was there last year. So like you have a quarterback like that who's experienced and has been through the ringer in terms of injuries, wins and losses at a high level, right? So you lose that and you get to the point where you got a freshman out there, But you got a freshman out there, right? You know, you got a freshman out there that isn't comfortable, you know. So you're gonna have a drop off a little bit. So I'm not too concerned about, Notre Dame right now. They're gonna be up and down this year. But that is the natural progression of having a freshman quarterback. He's basically on the job training. He's gotta figure it out. So when you think about things like that, that's how it goes, man. So let's get into another game, man, while Brandon, comes back, right? Get into another game. If this thing hurries up. I tell you, technology sucks sometimes. You know that? Technology sucks, bro. This is so ass. All right. So we gotta keep it going. We gotta keep it going, man. We've been talking about Hawaii for the whole season, right? We love Hawaii, man. But they took care of business in the nightcap, man. Took care of business. The backup quarterback is playing pretty good. So I don't know if the starter gonna get his job back, man, because they've been playing pretty good the last couple weeks, man. They get to win. It's Portland State. They're 0-4, right? Not pretty. But you got to win the games on your schedule, man. And Hawaii is 3 games from being bowl eligible. So whatever bowl that is, Pop-Tart, AutoZone, Liberty, Holiday Bowl, whatever, they going to it. So if they get 3 more wins. So
It'll be like Christmas for Cam if they make the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Because he likes some Pop-Tarts.
I love me some Pop-Tarts, bro. I hate when Alabama in the Pop-Tart Bowl. But I love me some Pop-Tarts, man. Give me the wild berry Pop-Tart, the brown cinnamon, or the strawberry. That's the one I like. Okay.
Shout out to the 91 people watching live.
91, man. Shout out to the Warriors, Rainbow Warriors, man. Their new stadium is pretty nice, though, man.
I miss Aloha Stadium, but it was old.
Yeah, man, that's old, man. All right, man. So let's get into some previews for next week, man. So we got Michigan traveling to the Sea of Red. That is Lincoln, Nebraska, man. Look at all that red, man. But the Mahomes cosplayer himself, man, has actually been playing pretty good, man. I think this should be fun, man. Sharon Moore is obviously not coaching. He's suspended. So I want to see what their offense looks like with a different set of eyes, right? Because it seemed like Sharon Moore wanted to run the ball a little bit, right? No. Underwood is the type of quarterback that you need to let sling it. Stop playing. Don't baby him, because by the time he get to his sophomore year and you done babied him all his freshman year, he ain't going to be ready, right? He going to have to wait till his junior year to really blossom into what he could become. No, let him take his lumps right now, right? Y'all not going to be a good team, right? You're not really, you might beat Ohio State just off the strength of that you done beat them like 4 years in a row, right? But you're not fighting for no national title right now. You're just playing spoiler to a lot of teams. And you can play spoiler to Nebraska in this particular game because they're looking past, 7, 8 wins. They want 9 or 10. They want to be in the position that Illinois is in, or they want to be in a position that Ohio State's in. So they're really trying to get into that spot, right? So I think that Michigan should look different, but I think Nebraska's on a mission to improve this year. So I'm going to Cornhuskers in this one.
Give me Mr. Mahomes for Halloween himself. I think Michigan shouldn't have been ranked as high as they were. The fact that Sharon Moore isn't coaching is going to hurt them, and I just don't feel like they are where they need to be offensively. I think Dylan Raiola is just a lot further along than what Underwood is, and I like what Nebraska's doing, so give me the Cornhuskers too.
All right, cool. Let's see what we got next, man. All right, so we got Florida, who got the
Damn, that's crazy. We didn't even react to the LSU game. That's crazy.
Oh, we didn't, did we?
Nope. That's crazy. Damn, Cam. That's crazy.
Oh man, y'all
Damn.
beat the shit out of them anyway, so it didn't matter.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shit, my
That's
bad,
crazy.
bro. My
That's
bad,
crazy.
dog.
That's
That's
crazy.
all right.
It's that damn,
I got your
it's that,
Saints and
it's that damn,
Patriots on there.
it's that damn sweatshirt.
Yeah, no, I had a sweatshirt on when I made this.
Wore it every day this week.
Definitely not. It's too hot for that. What's wrong with you? Nah, but yeah, so we got Miami in this thing, man, going against Florida. Miami beat the stuffing out of the Bulls from South Florida, man. So I thought that game been a little bit more competitive, right? But nope, maybe that's just Florida being bad. That's the difference in this game, right? But what you thinking? I got Miami in this one.
Florida's got too many question marks. Since we didn't talk about the game, DJ Lagway gift wrapped 5 interceptions for Christmas Day to the LSU defense last week, and he looked absolutely abysmal. Throwing the ball in the double coverage, forcing passes. Florida's defense did okay. They have some really good talent on defense, some good guys on the offensive line, but Miami's playing with a lot of confidence. And the fact that Florida lost to USF and Miami beat the absolute brakes off of them, I think speaks testaments to what is going to happen here. I think we are on the verge of Billy Napier being shipped out of town. I don't think it's going to last till the end of the season. Sorry, the hype just was, I think it was a little bit much. And he's just not your guy. I'm sorry. Like, you got a talented quarterback, but you're just not getting the most out of him. And I think it's time for a hard reset in Gainesville. So give me the Hurricanes.
Agreed. All right, man. What we got? We got South Carolina, who just took an ass whooping from Vandy, bruh. I ain't hear too much from Andrew after that one. Boy, that was bad.
They knocked homeboy out the game. I think they didn't call targeting. They knocked him. They hit him head to head out the game, knocked him out, and then that was it. Sellers.
God damn.
Yeah.
But
some very questionable officiating, but
you hate to say it, but if he don't play, Mizzou could get this one. I'm just saying, Mizzou quarterback been looking pretty good. And I said before the year, I said your running backs to watch is obviously Penn State's backfield. And dude from Pitt, his name Desmond or something. And then Notre Dame's running back Love. But the next person on that list was Ahmad Hardy. Transfer from Appalachian State, man. He just came off a 250-yard rushing game. Yeah, it wasn't against the biggest competition, but the fact that a guy can get you that much seems pretty good to me, right? Your quarterback is capable of giving you 100 yards, right? And no shot at Brady Cook, because Brady Cook could spin it and he could throw. And he could run. So he gave you about 70 yards too. But I'm going with Mizzou in this one, man. Without Sellers, and he might be in concussion protocol. You never know. I'm going with Mizzou. And they at home too. It'd be the Tigers.
So it is looking like he may have had a concussion. So, Shane Beamer seems to be optimistic if he's able to play. If Sellers is able to play, even if he's not 100%, I would still give South Carolina the nod. I just think they're a much different team with him than they are without him, hence what happened this past Saturday. We didn't have to hear about that, fortunately. But if he does not play, that is not good for South Carolina. South Carolina's got a really good team. Like, outside of him, they just have some really good athletes. But when you have a major difference maker like that at quarterback, that's that much of a deep threat, like a dual threat that can run and has a strong arm like that, you don't have that. That makes you very one-dimensional, and that's concerning because that's less time your offense is on the field, that's more time that your defense is on the field, and gives Missouri more time to just tire that defense out, put points on the board every time they get on the field. So if Sellers finds a way to get on the field, I'll take South Carolina. The way it's looking right now, he may not. So in the case that he is not going to play, I definitely would go Missouri on this one.
All right. See what else we got in here. Man. That shit moved slow as hell today. All right, man. So we got a interesting game, man. This game was played in the Voodoo House last year, but it shifts into the Oklahoma Stadium, man. So this will be an interesting game because Jackson Arnold's a pretty good quarterback, man, especially in this Hugh Freeze system. He looks really comfortable and he looks like he can pick and do what he want to do. He's surprisingly deceptively faster than I thought he was going to be. But you got Mateer, man. He has to play up to the competition now, right? So he doesn't have the I guess you would say he doesn't have the opportunity to play some poo ass teams. Every week they're gonna give you're gonna have to play Georgia, you're gonna have to play Alabama, you're gonna have to play LSU, you're gonna have to play some tough ass teams, bro. So you're gonna have to either nut up or they're gonna swallow you up and you're just gonna be another high price transfer dude that didn't work out, you know. So he gonna have to show like, hey, I can play down here with y'all, right? So that's what I'm really looking for, man. I can't pick Auburn. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. I really want to because I really feel like they can win this game, but fuck them guys. Give me the Sooners.
I think Auburn looked good against South Alabama. They do have a good roster. I feel they have a decent coaching staff, but I just think Oklahoma's defense is too much. And now the fact that Oklahoma has a quarterback who can actually throw it around, and we've seen him be able to throw it around, I think it's just too much. I think Auburn's good. They're not terrible. They're not bad. They're good. But I think Oklahoma is always going to be good and disciplined on defense. And I think the quarterback position for Oklahoma gives me the edge. I'm going to take Oklahoma too.
All right, cool. And it's kind of a revenge game, so you already know Arnold's gonna be turned up. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers win this one either. Like I think he's a good quarterback. I'm just not picking the Tigers.
Cam wants to say War Eagle really bad.
No, I'll choke that eagle. Sorry, Peter. That's not what I meant.
Hey, Hopper.
So, all right. So this one, I just put this over here one because Baylor has an underrated stadium. That shit kind of cool looking. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's kind of a Dollar General Ohio State stadium, but I'm just kidding. Okay, we say that for the clicks. Okay, no, but I really like their stadium. It's really really cool looking, man. And Baylor is like top 20 in like offense. Like, what are we doing? Auburn by 10. But what's up, Andrew? But I think Baylor might win this game, bro. And I don't think it will be close either. Oh no, man! Look,
I don't know, man.
What they doing on offense?
I do, but I'm looking at an Arizona State team that I think has a lot to prove, especially after dropping that one in week 1. They're still ultra talented too, man. I don't think this is a shoe-in at all, even if it is at Baylor. I like Sawyer Robertson and what Baylor's got going on. I blew up Tyler yesterday on college football with Baylor. Sawyer Robertson had like 5 or 6 touchdown passes, but that's not the point. But I think Arizona State makes this a game. I don't think it's a blowout by any means. I think Arizona State's still really well coached. I love their coach. I think they're really good. Obviously, you don't want to lose that week 1, but I'm gonna give that a pass, man. It's week 1 jitters. Should have won that game, didn't win that game. They only lost that game by 4 points. I'm gonna give Arizona State the nod, man. I really like what Baylor's doing, but I think Arizona State's got a lot to prove. So give me the Sun Devils.
All right, cool. Sounds good, man. I got the Baylor though. Man, their offense is nasty, bro. I told you when they played, I forgot who they played, man. And it was like 20 points or something. They lost by like 20. But I was like, yo, they found something in this game. And then the next game, they go for fucking 500 yards on offense. I said, they got something. And then the Big 12 this year, because it's so wide open, oh, goodness. But Hawaii plays the Fresno State Bulldogs, man. They at the crib in this game. I believe this is their conference opener. So should be fun. I'm going with the Warriors, man. Fuck Fresno State.
Cam likes to play with Fresno State on College Football 26.
Man, fuck no. Fuck them. I'm not playing.
Cam don't want to talk about that.
Nah, I ain't telling them dudes, man. That's ridiculous. That team is horrible.
I
stick with Alabama.
we played a couple. I'm not gonna get completely off topic. We played a few games yesterday, and we did like the random rule. You pick 3 picks. If you don't like your 3 picks, you could pick a 4th one, but you get stuck with them. So homie had got Iowa. So I'm like, okay, well, they're really high rated. I got stuck with Akron. I was down like 28-7. Came all the way back and won like 42-35 or some shit like that. It was crazy. It was an instant classic. You know how back in the day you played college football? If you had a crazy game, they give you instant classic. That's what that should have been. But for this game, nah, give me Hawaii, bro. Give me Hawaii. I want to see them go to 4-1. Let's see them get a good conference win here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. We doing it. We doing it slowly but surely.
We getting there.
All right, man. So I believe this might be this is the last one before we take a commercial break.
Man. Hey, shout out to the 101 people watching.
101. 101.
This is a good game.
So yeah, this one's gonna be good as hell, man. I expect it to be high scoring. I expect it to be some hard hits though, but this is gonna be 40. Like maybe you should take the over in this one because this one gonna be pretty good, man. I'm gonna go Utah because they at home, man. But I'm not as confident as you would think. Because Texas Tech is looking to improve after an 8-9 win season last year. So they're looking to improve to get to that Big 12 title game, right? So we'll see. But I just like what Dampier is doing, man. I think this is the game that probably put that stamp on that Heisman case if he really, really goes off. So yeah, give me the Utah.
I really like Utah. It's really like Utah at home. I want to see this matchup between Dampier and Rodriguez on defense because that is going to be something to watch. Texas Tech can sling the ball. Utah can sling the ball. I think Texas Tech is very underrated on defense. I love the fact that Utah's at home, and I love Dampier, but give me the red freaking Raiders. Shout out to Michael Crabtree, Graham Harrell, the Pirate Mike Leach himself. Rest in peace. Give me Texas Tech to get this win as a big statement win as they get into Big 12 play.
All right, cool, man. So like I said, it's the last one before the commercial break, man. So shout out to y'all for watching, man, for real. We'll be right back after this.
Man.
All right.
You know what's crazy? What? All of our people in the comments tonight, where the hell are they at? Where are the faithful? Where are Touchdown Troop and See That Smooth? They are absent for class today.
Man, I don't know. Touchdown Troop was in the comments earlier on like a short I did, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They absent for class.
Yeah,
We
man.
have to mark them. We have to mark that down.
Demerit.
Demerit. 2 more and you're in detention.
Yeah, most definitely. But you know what's crazy, man? The Packers are looking real dangerous, man. Like the Packers are looking dangerous, dog. Like I don't know what it is about this team. It seems like coming into the season, it was like, oh, ho hum, the Packers are okay. They'll probably be a playoff team. But the way they're looking, it seems like that Michael Parsons trade like really gave them an extra fire or something. You know, because Jay Daniels looked pedestrian in this game. Like not himself at all. And really, Michael Parsons wasn't necessarily the biggest factor, right? But it seemed like he was accelerating his clock because he had to make sure I get this ball out of here, man. Parsons gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? But he just didn't look comfortable. And I don't know what the problem was. It probably just, the Packers playing really good defense. But it just looked like, oh my God, like how you would play a Monday night game and then have to play a Thursday night game. That's how it looked. It's like, oh man, I'm tired. But nonetheless, man, the Packers look dangerous, man. They look dangerous. And the fact that the fact that Jordan Love is like, he's just chilling. You know what I'm saying? He's just chilling. He making passes. He doing whatever he got to do. And they winning. Now, I felt like they would have been better if they would have kept AJ Dillon and Josh Jacobs. I think they're going to need both of them as the schedule gets into the cold months. Because if you have 2 bruising running backs, boy, you got a good formula, man. I'm telling you, you got a good formula for the playoffs, man. So, what you think, man?
So, I mean, give credit to Green Bay where it's due, man. They've got a really good roster. They got things done. I just don't want everybody to starting on this train that Jaden Daniels is going to be trash. Like, dude, you're going to have some kind of growing pains. And Green Bay is very respectable on defense. But don't go buying onto the train of Bart Starr won a Super Bowl at 27. Brett Favre won a Super Bowl at 27. Aaron Rodgers won at 27. Don't start buying into that. I think Green Bay is definitely a viable threat. But I think Washington is going to show how good they are going down the stretch. It's still early on, man. Like, we're only in week 2. The NFL season is really long. And like Cam said last week or the week before, this isn't college football. When you win, you win. When you lose, you lose. It's not all the extra political hoopla of like, oh, if you're going to make this or no. I think Washington's still a viable threat in the NFC. But I will say for the Packers, having a guy like Rashawn Gary and then having a guy like Michael Parsons, the longer guys like that play together, that's going to be scary. For anybody else in the NFC, like that pass rush and them being able to get pressure, them losing Alexander in the offseason sucks, but they're still really good. And the longer those guys play together, rushing the quarterback, it's going to become a major problem, especially for those quarterbacks that can't run around like Jaden Daniels and have to stay in the pocket. That's going to be a problem for those guys. But good win for Green Bay, undefeated on the season. Good game.
Yeah, man, I like that pass rushing duo of Parsons and Rashawn Gary. Like that is a problem for golf. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem, dog, man. And they already beat them, right? So you got a problem.
Imagine JJ McCarthy.
They can scoot though.
Yeah, but still, it don't take long for those 2 guys to collapse the pocket.
He can scoot a smidge.
A smidge.
He's
a smidge.
Yeah, man, it's a smidge, man. Not that much. I ain't gonna say.
But that's scary for anybody else in that division, though.
Oh yeah, no, that's they in trouble, dog. They in trouble. That's a duo I ain't trying to face, man. I'm sorry. I'm good. Rashawn Gary and Parsons, you tripping, man. But let's talk about my Ravens, man. Matter of fact, what did you think about this game? And then I'll come wrap it.
I mean, it's Baltimore and the Browns. I mean, yeah, Joe Flacco gets to come home, but this is a prime example of just Cleveland just don't have that much, and Baltimore has a lot. They really do. I mean, Lamar had a good game, played efficient, 4 freaking touchdowns. Didn't really no turnovers from Baltimore, and Cleveland had 2. I mean, the Browns aren't going to be a major threat in the AFC, and Baltimore just had a really good game plan and they executed.
Yeah. Hey, man, you ain't gonna argument out of me. All right. You ain't gonna argument out of me. All right. I was very impressed with my Ravens today. All right. I really liked how we took over, on defense and really just kept the pedal to the metal, right? And of course, right, you can look at it like, hey, you lost the game to the Bills, right? I feel like that was more about Josh Allen, like, yo, y'all keep talking about I ain't win MVP last year. I'm gonna show y'all something. And he just, got caught with your pants down, bro. It happens. It happens in football. If you don't blow a team out and stay running the football, doesn't help that Henry fumbled either, right? That doesn't help at all. But I was extremely excited to see, how we played on defense. I mean, you look at Roquan Smith, 15 tackles, bro. He was all and a fumble return for a touchdown. He was off the chain today, right? Sorry for you fantasy people that put money on Derrick Henry. He did not play good today. He got like maybe 2 points. Yeah, but that's my thing though. That's my thing. I'm glad we doing good, man. It was good to see Flacco too, man. Him and Lamar embraced and everything. So before we get into your Patriots, man, we gotta talk about this breaking news, man. Adam Schefter just dropped something. Trying to see where it's at. It should be on here. It should be on here, man. God damn. I thought it uploaded, man. But we was trying to talk about Joe Burrow. He might. I don't know if he's out for the season, but
it's a toe injury.
It looks like. he's getting a second opinion on his toe. I'm gonna put it on here as like a banner though. Let's see. But Joe Burrow, was basically helped off the field. And it didn't look that good. And Adam Schefter was talking about it. He dropped a tweet or whatever, and he said he's getting a second opinion on his foot toe, like he's getting a second opinion on it. So it's not what you want to see, but I can honestly tell you that I kind of saw this coming early. And I'm gonna say why. Because remember that first preseason game against the Commanders. And it wasn't like, oh my God, they got their second team on. This was ones versus ones. And he was getting chased around like a toddler trying to go to bed. And you can't do that. You're not in the preseason. You running for your life in a game that don't count. That's scary if we go into the season, and Washington don't have like the greatest pass rush. I'd see if this was Crosby.
Well, they don't even have Jonathan Allen no more, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this was the team with like a good pass rush, I would have been like, okay, well, then that's cool because, you have to communicate a little bit better. But this was the Commanders, and they didn't have the greatest pass rush. So that's scary to me. That was scary then. And then we already talked ad nauseum about their defense, right? Which has been surprisingly good this year, to be honest with you, considering the fact that they didn't give that much up to the Browns when they played them in week 1, and they didn't give up too much this week, against what was that? Was it the Jets? I think it was the Jets. Was it the Jets? Yeah, they didn't give up that much against the Jets. But it's scary because it's like, yo, this is your money maker. You have to protect your money maker. And they're not doing a good job at it, bro. I'm sorry. They're not doing a good job, man. And I'm anxious to see what you think about this, man, because he's such a good quarterback, man.
I don't understand why we're having these issues, because I feel like Cincinnati went out and kind of addressed like these needs. Like, you got Orlando Brown a couple years ago. You brought in, I forget his name, from New England. Like, I feel like you did okay on the offensive line. There's no excuse. There's no excuse why you're not blocking for this guy. There's way too much freaking money involved. You've got millions and millions of dollars between your quarterback and your wide receiver 1A and wide receiver 1B. There's no freaking excuse at all, because I seen that in the preseason. That was very alarming. But I said, man, I'm going to give them the benefit of the job, preseason jitters, whatever. But this is not good, because if he's out for substantial time, that's not good for Cincinnati. That kills it. Because
I like Jake Browning, but
he's not Joe Burrow, unfortunately. Now, it helps that you got two motivated receivers. They're both paid, and the defense is okay. But man, it's not good. Like, you have to, your offensive line has to step up, because it's not like they have complete scrubs on the offensive line. They don't have complete scrubs. You have to block. You have to.
Yeah,
very, very.
If you're gonna have a pass happy offense, you gotta have some time. Right? You're gonna have to. And
so I pray that whatever it is, I hope it's minor, because the NFL's better when those three guys can play together on offense. They keep things exciting, keep things interesting, and they keep things really interesting in the playoff picture. But if he's out for multiple games, like, I'm not multiple games, but like, if he's out for like over half of the season, because we don't know, it could be turf toe. I don't know. I haven't seen like any reports stating like exactly what it is, but you gotta hope.
Adam Schefter said it could be 3 months.
That's a problem. If he's out that long, now if he's back in October before November, I think you'd be okay. But if he's out 3 months, you're looking at December, and by that point, you're looking to start making a playoff push. Like, you're looking to really set the tone, so when that playoff push comes, you're setting yourself up to try to sneak in there. Now, it's not a good look, because guess what? If he's out for the season, or if he's out for most of the season, guess what? Now you done lost a year, another year prime, because you can't protect them.
Yeah, so
that's a problem.
That was kind of, I had to put that on. I had a clip on here, but it wasn't, not a clip, but at least a picture so y'all could see it. But that's what Adam Schefter said, and this isn't his what you call it, those troll accounts. That was his actual account. So he's getting a second opinion. It said he was going to see Dr. James Andrews, so he's kind of the sports doctor that everybody gets worked on. So if he says it's not good, then ain't no second opinion you really need to get after that. Ain't no third opinion, because after that point, you just looking for somebody to lie to you. Anyway, as the dog's barking, man. But let's talk about your Patriots, man. So news broke, I want to say earlier this week, that the Dolphins had a players only meeting. And a couple players got out there and said, man, that shit don't work. So I wasn't expecting much from it. I expect them just to play better. Like, there's an issue going on with this team. I don't know what it is. Tua didn't play that bad. Like, A-Chain could have probably done more on the ground, but I say that's more about your Patriots defense than anything else. And shit, man, Drake May looking like a 10-year vet, man. He just out there playing like he been playing, So I appreciate the fact that even though he's a young quarterback, he's still out here playing. You know, like I said, I really appreciate, how the Patriots, have really gotten better, right? Gotten a whole lot better within this short time frame. So I appreciate that. But what I don't appreciate is the Dolphins having all this talent and then just like shitting a bit. And I think it's time for Mike McDaniels to go. They need a new face. They need a new message, something. You can't waste this talent, man. Tyreek Hill is still one of the best receivers in the league.
And he's trying to get out.
He's trying to get out. He is, man. But at the same time, dog, he's still that guy. He still can take the top off the defense, and they still got Waddle, right? They would have loved to have Waller there because that would have opened up their offense even more. But who knows what game he has left after retiring and then coming back, right? So who knows, man? But I want to give it to you. What do you think about your Patriots win?
First of all, this is the first time we've won in Miami since 2019. So just let that sink in. Edelman and a lot of the other guys were still playing at that time. So it's really hard for us to win in Miami. No idea why. It's always been like that. Even if they're shit, it always works like that. I liked what I seen from Drake May. He looked really good. I just don't like that Ramondre Stevenson is my leading receiver at 88 yards. I was not and we traded away Jalen Polk to the Saints too. He hasn't really done that much. But defensively, I like what I saw. 2 sacks from Williams. Hawkins had almost 10 tackles. Don't necessarily like the penalties. I think we need to clean that up a little bit. I really like the third down efficiency. And, dude, over 30 minutes of possession, man, we just got the job done. Drake May didn't turn the ball over at all. I like what I've seen from him. A lot of people were acting like he was going to be freaking garbage. 19 for 23 and 2 touchdowns ain't too bad to me. That's a good win. It's a divisional win. It's your first win of the year, man. It's still early. You got to work out the kinks. It's a new coaching staff. You got to figure out what works, what doesn't work. I just really want to see the receiving core kind of wake up a bit. You've got Austin Hooper, serviceable tight end. You got Kayshon Boutte, still young. You've got Diggs, still young. Not the greatest receiving core. I think defense is probably going to be what kind of like keeps us in games. But, Drake May is going to be a gamer regardless. So it doesn't matter who's back there. He's going to make plays. First one of the year, I'm not complaining at all.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Shoot, man, good win, man. Surprised me, honestly, that the Dolphins would really not close in this one, man. To be honest with you, wasn't really close. They kind of got some scores at the end, man. So are we back to non-mushroom Aaron Rodgers? Because what the fuck was this? He looked like, I'm Aaron Rodgers 2012.
Nah, he's Aaron Rodgers with the Jets.
Yeah, he's Aaron Rodgers last year in this one, man. But where's my video? Where's my video? Where's my video?
Oh, I can pull it up if you want.
Where's my video?
Hold up. Where's it at? Where are you at?
Where's my video, man? Hey, man, I don't care. I'm on this Darnold train. I'm riding with Darnold.
You riding with the Vikings?
I'm riding with the Vikings, man.
Oh, man.
I'm riding with the Vikings, man.
You was talking about taking a bath on the Kool-Aid earlier with the Falcons. Nah, you done definitely got submerged in this Darnold train.
The Darnold train continues, bro. Continues in Seattle, man. We done took our money bags and moved up to the Northwest, man, and they doing their thing. Good night, little boy. Nah, but Darnold gets the win here, man. Says, who needs DK Metcalf anyway? I got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need you. I'm good. I got 100 yards from Kenneth Walker, bro. I'm good. Who needs that? Perfect, man. Come on, man. Darnold looked good, man. Obviously, had a couple interceptions. I just think that's the Steelers' defense now. I think they upgraded it to be a little faster. But Sam Darnold still look good, man. All right. And to beat a defense like this, because the Steelers still got a great defense, man. That's scary how good their defense is. And Jalen Ramsey, even though he's a little older than Minka, is more versatile in my opinion, being as big as he is. Like people understand how good Ramsey, how big Ramsey is, bro. Like in terms of like everybody might look at the skill set of Minka Fitzpatrick and be like, okay, well, Minka's maybe the better player. I don't think that's true when you consider how big Ramsey is in terms of size, his arm length, like his ability to guard tight ends, play the safety, and he's not afraid to tackle either. And like I said, it's not a shot at Minka, but I really feel like they upgraded that slot corner safety hybrid position in a sense because they got a bigger, wider player who can cover a little bit more ground, in my opinion. So that's what I'm saying. So the fact that Darnold was able to kind of navigate that, and they gave up 100 yards on the ground, which is like kind of weird for them, but they did their thing, man. Shout out to the Darnold train, bro.
So we needed to. I think it's the realization that hey, don't start pressing the gas on Aaron Rodgers. That was just a facade. Must have got a bad batch this week. Didn't get to do his incense and his yoga and all that. Two biggest things for me are one, you are not going to win this game with Warren being your leading receiver. Sorry, you got to get Metcalf the ball. He has to be your difference maker. Has to be. It's the only way you're going to win this. And two, shout out to Seattle's defense. Byron Murphy with almost 2 sacks Sunday, and then Jones at freaking linebacker, 10 tackles. Defense was all over him, man. I like what I see. They forced 2 interceptions, so the 2 interceptions from Darnold didn't happen to make so much of an impact. And shout out to JSN, man. 100 yards in the air. Kenneth Walker, 100 yards on the ground. Didn't play a bad game. It's good that Seattle got this. I know it's out of conference, out of division, but this is a good quality win. Like you said already, Pittsburgh's got a really solid defense. So being able to go into Pittsburgh, drop 31 on them, especially in the second half, man, compared to only having a touchdown in the first half, you come around and score 24 in the third and fourth quarter. That's impressive. Good way to finish the deal. Good job to win. And you move on, man. 1-1 on the year.
Yep, I agree, man. No, dog. Like this is why I was hesitant, dog, earlier in the season, right? This is why I was hesitant when the Steelers got rid of George Pickens, right? Why would you do that and you go get DK when you can have 2 crash out receivers? Like, what are we doing? Like, they both will like beat up cornerbacks, bro. It's like having 2 Steve Smith seniors.
They would both be out there with some ski masks on and everything.
Bro, what is we on? That makes no sense, bro. To lose a receiver just to gain one when you can have 2 of the same guy that can do the same thing.
Weird.
I don't understand
but
that.
You notice that though, but they always do that with receivers. They get someone good and they make up some excuse about he's a cancer or this or that, and they ship him out. They did to him, they did to AB. I feel like every time, even if it's not character, every time they freaking get someone that's good, they always find a way to ship his ass out of town. Every freaking time. I don't know what it is. Like ever since Hines Ward and them left, it's just been a recurring theme. It feels like over and over it keep happening.
Man. So that's just nasty, bro. That's just nasty, man. So in honor of my attire, right?
Gross.
I gotta, like I said I'd do it in the preseason. Every time the Cowboys win, I wear it. All right. I wasn't expecting to wear it today. I was not. I thought Russ was gonna walk them down in overtime, and he didn't do that. He just pulled his Seahawks Super Bowl recap where he just throw the ball, interception.
That's not okay. That wasn't his fault. That was a terrible call, but I get it.
I don't care, man. Stop throwing the ball like that.
He sees Malcolm Butler in his dreams.
Yeah, like, oh no, Malcolm Butler again.
Oh no.
No, but this is why I said if you were the Giants, it made no sense to draft Jackson Dart, okay? Because you got at least 2 or 3 more years of Russell Wilson, right? He doesn't look like he's bad. He didn't look that bad with the Broncos. They just didn't have nobody. Like it was him. He signed a big deal and they had nobody else. No running backs. Jerry Judy was the receiver, but he mentally checked out 3 years ago when they drafted him. So that didn't count. But this is why I said you had to pick up a running back if you were going to trade back into the first round. You had to either get Amari Hampton. You probably wasn't going to get Genty, but I would have got a guy. I would have got a guy like Johnson that the Steelers got. I would have got.
So Scadabo's not a guy.
Nah, man. Like, all right. So hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm just messing. You ain't got to go into no big.
Now hear me out though. Now, because there's people gonna be like, Scadabo's not a guy, right? So Scadabo, as good as he is, you need somebody with a little bit more wiggle, right? That 0 to 60 type speed. You need that. If you're gonna have him, you need a balance in that. Lindell White, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Chris Johnson. You need that type of balance with him, right? Because he can get you the nasty yards, the jersey ripping yards, right? But you need somebody else that can scare you enough that's going to give you that 7-yard gain when they're not expecting it on second down or something, right? You need that guy. And that's why I was like, you got to get you one. If you was going to trade anything, trade somebody and get up there and try to get Genty, right? Now, I like Abdul Carter. I really do. I think that was a good pick. But I really felt like if you could have got Genty, you would have won both of these games already. They'd be 2-0. And I said when we picked them when we start picking teams in the preseason, I said they have potential to be a dark horse playoff team had they drafted Genty. Because you would have been able to salt away that game against the Commanders. Because that was close. That wasn't even a blowout. That was close. And then you would have been able to salt away this game to the point where the Cowboys don't get 20 points in the fourth quarter on you.
I mean,
that's my thing.
I don't think it's about getting Genty. I just would have took another back higher. I think you're good taking Carter, but I mean, opt out of taking Dart. Like I think Dart's gonna be really good for them. But you could have waited. You could have waited one more year because I feel like this quarterback class coming in could be just as good, if not better. Like you said, you could have gotten a guy like Amari Hampton. You could have got Caleb Johnson. You could have got Trevion Henderson. You could have got Keyshawn Judkins. You had plenty of backs to choose from that I feel like could have been like a bigger difference maker. I love Cam Scadabo, but you need some speed. He needs some speed, just somebody that can get between the tackles a little bit quicker. You could have had a good 1-2 punch. I still would have took Scadabo because I think he's valuable for you. I think he's a good player. But I wouldn't have not taken Carter because that's long-term, like, going to be one of your cornerstone pieces. Because, I mean, Brian Burns is still young, but he's not the youngest one in the locker room. I mean, you got another guy. You just need another big difference maker on defense. You got Adebo in free agency who's with New Orleans. He had 13 tackles in this game. That's a good player. He's still young. So I think them getting Carter wasn't the problem. I just think they need some more speed because obviously they're good at receiver. Malik Neighbors went off for almost 200 yards to the air. And Wilson did that 30 for 41 is not bad. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Obviously the pick was a major difference maker. But I think they just need some more speed running the ball. I think Scadabo's good, but you need to have that balance. Like you need that thunder and lightning. Like how New Orleans had Kamara and they had Ingram. You had a bruiser, and then you had a guy that was like your Swiss Army knife, where he was faster. He could get around those guys. You need that balance offensively.
Nah, man. That's what I'm saying, dog.
But they don't look bad. The Giants definitely could have, or if not should have, won this game. The Giants are not bad. They're not nearly as bad as
they should have won last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should have won last week, bro. And you can't do that, man.
Mm-mm.
You can't do that. That's why I said, man, they needed another running back, man. Did something. So I don't know what they gonna do, man. I think if you next year, you gotta go after somebody else. Like I wouldn't get a running back like Singleton or anything like that because they're bruisers. I would get a Mod Hardy or the guy from either Pitt or Wake Forest. Somebody different, that's different than what you already have. Because even Taylor or Tracy or whatever, he got 1,000 last year, but bro, he had to fight for that 1,000. It was like
I would
1,050 or something.
I wouldn't have been mad if the Giants would have took Devin Neal. I thought he was really good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good running back too.
Like the Saints got a steal with him like in the 5th round. The Giants could have got a guy like Devin Neal. I think he would have been a big difference maker.
Man, I'm telling you. So, like I said, man. So if y'all see me wearing this, I am not a Cowboys fan. It's just the bet I made in the preseason, dog. If they win, I gotta wear it. I ain't even know I could fit this motherfucker for real. To be honest with you, I just grabbed that shit. But we gonna continue, man. This thing, hurry up, man. All right. So, in honor of the Colts getting another one, we gotta debut a new sound, man. You hear what that is? You hear what that is?
That's them dimes.
Dropping dimes, man. That is what it is. Daniel Jones? My bad. I forgot his name real quick, man.
That dude, he's about to be your guy, bro. He's about to be your guy.
He dropping dimes. Bro.
I mean,
look at call him by his real name.
I mean, look at it like this: you got a real quality win over a really good Broncos team. So now, if I'm Indianapolis, I'm Sean Steichen. I'm like, damn. Well, that don't look too bad on my part. It sucks that Richardson probably will not be the guy, but man, I feel really good about Daniel Jones. And depending on how good this season goes for the Colts, if they make the playoffs with him, guess what? You've got your guy. You could trade Richardson, get some draft capital back for him. You're golden. Because at the end of the day, this is like what we were talking about in the preseason and in the offseason, that if Jones plays, and he plays anything like what he did like before he got paid for the Giants, and the Colts are winning games, they're going to ride with the hot hand because Steichen has to win games or his ass is grass. Because if you had Richardson right now, 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, the Colts would be 0-2 right now. Daniel Jones went for over 300 yards and a touchdown. Now, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, this ain't a Donald Train thing yet, okay? But he looks confident. He looks good. He's got a reliable weapon, Tyler Warren, who looked really good in this game. 4 catches, about 80 yards. Good. The Colts defense, it's Denver. Denver can score. But I like what I'm seeing from the Colts here, man. They won the time of possession battle. Penalties, they really need to clean those up, but they didn't turn the ball over on offense. And that's kind of been an issue with Jones in those other seasons where he struggled to turn the ball over a lot. He looks confident in this Colts team. Not drinking the Kool-Aid, but this is a really good look for Indy. And I got to imagine Sean Steichen's feeling pretty damn good about his offense right now with Daniel Jones at the helm.
Oh, yeah, man. You know what? You know what's about to happen to Anthony Richardson? What's about to happen to Anthony Richardson?
He's going to pick up his rap career. That's what's going to happen.
He's on fire!
He's fired!
He's on
Oh, dude. We need to get a freaking clip of Vince McMahon. You're fired. We need that.
He's fired, dog. Sorry, dog. It's over. I told you. I said if he missed any practice, any game,
Daniel Jones gonna step up.
Yeah, I said you're losing this starting spot, bro. It looked like he was not even necessary. He's like, man, Jones ain't gonna be good. Do you understand?
You rap about throwing like Breeze, bro. That's what.
Bro, do you understand what Jones has went through, bro? He got drafted to a team that he didn't even think he was gonna be drafted to. Not even prepared for New York, right? New York done crucified this man every year, right? And they get to a playoff game.
Yep.
And it's like, it's not even, it's not him, it's Saquon, or it's like whatever, right? They choose him over Saquon, which makes people hate him even more. Then they release him, give him all his money, right? And then he signs. I want to say I forgot who he signed
He
with.
went with the Vikings and he never played.
Yeah, so he's picked up by the Vikings, never played, right? So that's embarrassing. Then you find like, okay, Indianapolis is really my speed. I'm already rich because
Now
I'm getting money.
I got another Pro Bowl running back in the backfield too.
Yeah,
And I got weapons.
That's actually durable.
And I got weapons.
I got weapons.
And then you just drafted another weapon.
Oh man, come on now! Like, yo, he is like, did you see that pocket the other day?
He looks good,
bro. I might be drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I'm sorry.
It's too early. I think we're still too
I might
early.
be drinking this.
Just a sip. I just need to no. You poured it in the cap. You just getting a little taste test.
Yeah, you know the little taste test at Sam's. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Free sample.
Yeah, free sample, bro. That's it. I might be drinking the Kool-Aid, man. So
man, the Chiefs 0-3, 3 consecutive. Like, bro, what is going on?
Look, man, I told y'all, dog. I was kind of bullshitting, but I don't know, man.
Dude, Kansas City does not like they look. You seen Travis Kelce, bro? How irate he was. Well, he came unglued, bro. He was losing his damn mind on the sideline. Kansas City, bro. Look, I know we're 2 weeks in, but Cam, like, this is concerning. This is very concerning. I mean, we both said they could, you know.
Like, all right, so for everybody who didn't watch the earlier stuff, so let's fill you in. So Brandon was like, the Chiefs are they're gonna take a step back, right? So he didn't say that they were gonna miss the playoffs. I said that, right? I was like, this division is a little tougher and they don't look as dominant as they did, you know? So that's my whole thing. So we were going back and forth, right, about it. And he was like, "Yo, you wilding right now." So the Chiefs.
I was kind of buying in a little. Like I think okay. Like I thought it was a possibility, but like we had to see just a glimpse first, you know. And
like,
I mean, I see it.
Yeah, man. Like Jalen Hurts ain't even have no yards, bro. And they still won the game, bro. Like, when the last time you seen a quarterback throw for 100 yards and win?
Hey, it happens sometimes. It's been a while.
19 for 40, 50? You know what I'm saying? No, that don't happen, bro. They beat them with this one. You know, they beat them up all game. And they gonna be in a world of trouble, dog, if Mahomes is leading you in rushing. I'm sorry.
Look at his completion percentage, bro. Barely over 50%.
I don't know what's going on with my man, bro.
That's not good.
You ain't gonna catch Brady if you keep on doing that. Because Brady, like, he went like this.
Hey, but see, in that comment right there, 216 total offensive yards and a win, because the Eagles are just a really good team. They're really well coached, they're disciplined, and they don't make many mistakes. They don't. They beat this team already last year. They didn't even have to sack him a bunch today. They just came with a good game plan, and they won by 3. Like, this ain't good for Kansas City, bro. Like,
man,
not good.
The Chargers are quite good. The Raiders are really good. People sleep on them.
And the Broncos almost won.
The Broncos are good. Out of all of them teams that I mentioned, the Chiefs do not look better than any of them. After 2 weeks and 3 games, if you count the Super Bowl, they do not look better than none of them teams. Now, take what I'm saying like with a grain of salt, because Mahomes could go into X Factor mode and be like, fuck all of this, right? But we
not
don't
good
watch.
look.
We done watched a lot of football, man. And when your quarterback is pissed off and your defensive captain is pissed off, this team sucks. I ain't never seen Mahomes like that. Usually, like, whatever. Or Chris Jones is the one that's like, yo, what the we doing? What are we doing?
Travis
but when
Kelce too,
Mahomes is
bro.
like, yo,
He's-
what the
he
fuck
like-
we doing?
He needs to get in his bag like Tom Brady, start throwing tablets and cussing people out. Like Peyton Manning, he's like, bro, dude. Peyton Manning be like, yo, shut up, bro. Shut the up, bro. Do your freaking job.
dog. This
Like,
is bad.
This is not a good look. I know.
Man,
Look,
this ain't good, man.
I'm not trying to say it's an overreaction or underreaction, and I understand it's only a 2-game sample size. But if you're including that Super Bowl and that's being carried over, this is not a good look. This is
And
very
not-
concerning.
and not just the Super Bowl, their offseason moves were underwhelming too.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Like
It's just not
it's-
looking good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like you said, Mahomes might just wake up and be like, okay, let me flip the switch. But like, even if he flips the switch, there are still a lot of concerns and question marks for them. It's not like he just needs to play better and they're gonna kill everybody. No, they have issues. Like, he's leading the team with almost 100 yards rushing. That is bad. He is not a runner. He can scoot and scramble and get you a first down and do whatever. But like, there's no excuse that he's running for as many yards as Saquon Barkley. There's no reason for that whatsoever. So I know Chiefs fans, you guys don't want to hear that, but this is not a good look.
Y'all run might be over, bro. That's cool. You got like 3 titles in that run, but this shit over. You're gonna have to rehaul this whole shit. You know
Not
what I'm
even just
saying?
that,
And
but if they have a bad year, who's to say Andy Reid doesn't just say screw it, I'm done?
shit, he a Hall of Famer now. He done
That's what
got
I'm
that.
saying.
He done got that title, bro. I'm sorry. If I was him, I would have called it quits after the Super Bowl, bro. I was like, look, they got me, but I got 3 of them tanks. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm up out of here, bro. I was a legend in Philly, you know, already because I basically built that team up myself. And then, you know, to build the Chiefs, who was like 1-15 when he took over.
And that wasn't always the thing. And people forget that. Like, we're how many years into the Mahomes era now? And he wasn't always the guy. Andy Reid came in had to rehaul a roster. They started over with Alex Smith, a guy who had a lot to prove. Jamal Charles, they still had Dwayne Bowe, and defensively, they still had a few pieces, but they rebuilt this roster. And all respect to them, like, this reign has been crazy. Like, even when we were still good, we knocked them out. And once Brady left the AFC, the Chiefs turned that switch on, and it never stopped. But if you're a Chiefs fan or a Chiefs enthusiast or a Mahomes cosplayer, this is concerning.
Yeah, dog. That's bad. But Chris, to answer this though, actually, you know what, Chris? We're gonna say this for like the last bit. We'll start that one. But we're gonna finish up with our reviews, man. I wanted to talk about the Saints, but I was like, yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, I want to talk about it because I forgot LSU on here. As soon as I started the show, I was like, did I put that Florida game? Because I was thinking like I put the Florida game on there, but that was like for next week. My bad. LSU got the win though. That's all that matters.
3-0.
So we talked about the Lions and pass rushing teams and their quarterback being a sitting duck. Boy, he gonna be a sitting duck this week, bro. Give me my Ravens against the Lions, man. It's rough out here. The Lions is looking okay, but they ain't what they supposed to look like, man.
I mean, okay. So, okay. So, let's give the Lions credit because everybody said they was completely cooked after week 1. Yeah, they dropped a 50 piece on Chicago. Now, Chicago's not Baltimore, but 52 points. Goff goes for almost 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Between Gibbs and Montgomery, they go for almost 200 yards on the ground. St. Brown, Jameson Williams go for over 200 together. Detroit, I think they got those jitters out. I think Detroit is going to start figuring things out now. But I will say, This is not a good matchup for them. Anybody else, I'd say, okay, you had a really good statement win against the Bears. Now let's move into week 3 and let's go clap some more cheeks. You're going to Baltimore, who looks really good. They're still figuring things out. Week 1 obviously didn't go the way they wanted it to, but have one of the best rosters top to bottom, just like the Lions do. And you have a major difference maker at quarterback. And you've got a major difference maker at running back. And you have really great tacklers on defense and really good guys in the secondary. I think the Lions can make this one interesting. Like, I think it's a possibility Detroit could win this game, but they need a lot of things to go their way, especially cutting out those mistakes, especially like the mistakes they had in week 1. This is a tough matchup, and I want to see them win this game, but I just don't think it's a good matchup for them. This is going to be one of the only games all year where I'm like, Detroit's just not in a good spot right here. It's not a good matchup for them, so I'm going to go Baltimore.
Cool. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. It's only a couple games I picked because I think next week's like kind of You like what I did in the background?
Qualcomm Stadium.
Yeah, Qualcomm Stadium. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the original. That's where the Chargers play in San Diego, man. So I was like, man, fuck SoFi, man. That's
bro. We're gonna bring out the San Diego Sabres, bro. If you know what I'm talking about. San Diego Sabres, the game.
Yeah. we done with SoFi, bro. Bring them back. This should be fun. Obviously the Broncos took a loss, so it should be interesting to see how the Chargers do, because they could really stake claim to the top of the division with a win here, right? But the Broncos are looking to, get another win as well. But I'm actually gonna go with the Chargers in this one because I really like what Herbert's been able to do. And I like Amari Hampton. He might be in the running for Rookie of the Year too, if they keep on winning games, because he looks like a tank out there, and it should be fun to see what they do, man. So I'm going to Chargers in this one.
So when I look at this game, you look at Denver coming off a game you feel like they probably should have won. I think they're going to come into this game hungry they need to make something shake, especially if it's a divisional game you really want to win. I think Denver's going to come in really hungry. The Chargers, a lot of what I think for this game is going to ride on Monday Night Football. They play at Vegas tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. Kind of want to see if they win that game. I'll be honest with you. I think the Chargers might be the best team in the division. I really like what I see. It's tough. It's tough. I really like the Raiders too. I like the Broncos. Don't like the Chiefs. Chiefs ain't looking too good. We already touched on that. It's a really good game. The fact that it's at LA helps them a bit. That's the knockoff for the Chargers. I think the Broncos, what I'm seeing from Herbert, like I said, a lot of it's gonna go off of what I see tomorrow. I think they can beat the Raiders, but I'm gonna go San Diego Chargers on this one.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Los Angeles sounds horrible. I hate LA
San Diego Chargers on this one. Man, I don't know what they was thinking. Man.
San Diego Superchargers.
All right, so before today, I was like, this should be a good game, right? But I think the Raiders could win this game, man. And I think Ashton Jeanty is going to go for 120 yards. I think I'm not convinced with Washington's defense at all. I do like Jake Daniels, and I do think they have offense to make this game ugly, because they have a good running back too, by the way. But I think the Raiders can get this one, man. Geno Smith is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league right now. He just doesn't really miss that much. And they got some weapons. I got the Raiders in this
one. I really like the Commanders, and under normal circumstances, I'd be just kind of the same thing as the Broncos, where it's I think Washington comes back with something to prove, with a chip on their shoulder. The bad thing is Eckler is out for the season. He's gone. He is out for the season with Achilles injury. So that is a big deal. Now, I think the other guys they got in that room are good. But now, I'm feeling kind of stupid. If I'm Washington, I'm like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have traded Brian Robinson now. But
yeah.
But I really like Washington. I think Daniels will have a good game because he's going to have a good game because I don't know where they are running the ball. This is probably going to be one of those games where Daniels is going to have to really get it going on the ground, and he's going to have to light it up through the air. But I really like Vegas' defense. I love Max Crosby. I like what the Raiders get going. If they can get Genty going early, even if he didn't even go for 100, if he can go anywhere between like 80 and 100 yards, that'll open up their play action game. I think Geno can – I think he'll be able to get the job done efficiently, like throwing the ball. Give me the Raiders. Them not having Eckler not for the Redskins. I can't say Redskins. Them not having Eckler is a big. I love the fact that you got McLaurin and all that, but you not having Eckler, I feel like is a big, big time loss, especially the fact that he's gone for the year. I like what the Raiders have got going. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, cool. I'm glad we on the same page, man. And I believe, okay, nope. We got one more, man. We got the Rams going against the Eagles, man. I'm going Eagles. I like what the Rams did today against the Titans. Actually, a pretty good game. But I'm going Eagles. I think the Rams, they can try to, get back for that playoff loss. But the Eagles got too much, man. I'm not saying the Eagles gonna go undefeated, man, but they just know how to win, man. Like it's like the win out of no games. Like we gonna win as much as we can right now,
Yeah, I think the Rams are a well-coached team, but the Eagles got too much. You seen them beat Kansas City. Hurts didn't even have to throw for 100 yards. Barkley didn't even have to run for 100 yards. We got the job done. That's just, like you said, knowing how to win without having a great game on the stat side. You know what I mean? I think the Eagles are loaded. I think they're just loaded from top to bottom. I think it's a really good matchup. I think the Rams will give them a good game. Cam's LA Rams.
St. Louis,
but I like this game, but the fact that it's in Philly and the way Philly looks with or without Jalen Carter, yeah, give me the Eagles, man. I just think they're the best team in the league right now.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me, dog. All right, let's get this done. That's it. That's all the show, man. So
dang, bro, where? Yeah, that's two demerits, bro. Then you had the audacity to show up late. You don't see it?
Nah, what I got? Oh yeah, man, you late, dog. Yeah.
Where you was at?
Man. Show almost over. We got one thing to do. So Chris brought up a good thing. We're in the show on this, man. But Colts owner, obviously Irsay passed away last year, and all three of his daughters took over the team. So I find that part to be really cool, right? But the fact that he trained his daughters right to take over this at some point, it's good to see that the female side of NFL ownership is actually being a part of a thing. And I like
you got a couple women owners.
Gail
Benson too.
I know, but it's not as profound as it is, right? Especially not from a kid standpoint, right? It's usually the son that gets the team, that does whatever. But it's just good to see that the daughters have the team, right?
But they gotta feel good about 2-0 start. And the fact that it sucks when you have a high draft pick invested in Richardson. But I don't know about you, I'd feel hella good about having a guy like Daniel Jones in the building. I'm not even paying all that much money. And he's coming out, he's giving us chances to win. Now my head coach is in a good spot. If we keep doing what we're doing, Colts can sneak in the playoffs. We really never know. I mean, it's still too early to call all that. But, like, if I'm ownership, if I'm the head coach, I'm feeling really good 2 weeks in. I think we look good. The Colts are decent defensively, but I really like what because they have weapons on offense. Jonathan Taylor, you got Pittman, you got Downs, you got Tyler Warren now. You got a guy like Daniel Jones not turning the ball over, and he's throwing the ball efficiently. That's a really good look for Indianapolis.
Nah, it really is, man. They have done a good job, man. And the fact that the daughters is being more hands-on in a way that honestly you never thought they would be. Like you don't hear about owners just listening to what's actually going on the field.
Mhm.
And
Just
I feel like they should have been doing that anyway, because there's plenty of coaches that we said he don't know what the fuck he doing, or he in over his head, or who is he even talking to, or
Mhm.
why would you call that, or why would you, as Russell Wilson, pass the ball at the goal line? If I'm an owner, I run out on the field. Yo, hey,
Hey,
no.
you're gonna be like Arthur Blank. You can be like Arthur Blank when they took Penix. Like, yo, what are we doing?
Yo, he came down there quick. He was like, hey, hold
he's like,
Like-
I know. He's like,
he's
I know
like-
damn well y'all didn't do that after we
he
just paid
said,
this
hey,
dude
come
all that
here
money.
real quick. Come here real quick. So we signed a quarterback.
Like a
Then we
big
drafted
contract.
a quarterback. Explain that to me.
He sounded like a big ass contract. It's like, so we take a quarterback in the first round. Help me make that make sense.
Like, hold up. Well, why would we do that? Explain that to me. And I guess he explained it because he was about to pull his card right there. Nope, you can't come
you
back.
out. You out. Hindsight's 2020. It worked out, but
Yeah, but he was like, wait a minute. I just paid him.
I just gave him a big ass contract. Like, what are we doing here?
Do you think
the
I
first
made
round?
money?
In the first round? Like,
He's
in
like,
the
I've
first
had
round?
this team for years. You think I made of money? No. You gotta be explain this to me, boy. He can't. He put them hands on his hip. He's like, yo, you got what? What are we doing?
In the first round?
He's like, man, look, man, Kirk Cousins is old, man. We need somebody in here. He ain't gonna last that long. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we expected Magic City Kirk to last a little bit longer than that, but
Bro, I did too, because he was looking good at he passed like 500 yards.
He threw for like 4 something, like 5 touchdowns. I'm like, damn, bro, he was in Magic City for real. Nope.
Man, he didn't want to go back after that.
Nope. Magic City, no magic.
Yeah, man. But like I said, show is usually 2 hours. We do that thing, right? What do you say? Let me see. He's like, oh, it's all right. And then I wouldn't go all that way, Bill. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Yeah, maybe. I mean, y'all need to see what Callahan talking about, because the way that shit ain't working. Y'all gonna have to find y'all a new coach, man. Jeff Fisher.
Y'all should call Jim Morris Sr. He could still go. He's still working on everything. Playoffs.
Yeah, I do, man. That's the bet I made in the preseason, man. And the Cowboys win, I win.
So you go from a professor to a math teacher. What you gonna be next? That's what he just said.
A preacher.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't want to do that one. Nah. Yeah, he should have been. He should have been. He shouldn't even got the job, bro. I don't know what they were thinking, man. But
what do you think was a worse? What do you think was? And obviously hindsight's 2020 because the guy's only like 2 games in. Which hiring do you think was weirder, him to Tennessee or Schottenheimer to Dallas? Because they're both a similar situation.
Honestly, Schottenheimer was just like that didn't surprise me, because that's the move I thought he was gonna make anyway. Because anytime Jerry Jones is tested by the head coach, like, yo, this shit is stupid, let's not do that. Anytime somebody say that to him, they're usually gone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it with Jimmy Johnson, right? He's gone, right? You've seen it with Tuna, Parcells. He's like, this is stupid. Not doing it, right? He's gone. McCarthy.
Jason Garrett?
No, Jason Garrett not on there. He's not on that list. I'll go down the other list in a minute. But anytime that somebody do that, like McCarthy has a Super Bowl, he don't need to listen to you. He done already did it, you know. So and a team that doesn't have a set owner because the city owns the team, the fans do. So it's not like, he's done it without somebody in his ear telling him really what to do. So, but you go down the list of coaches that didn't work out, right? Or haven't won, right? You can throw Barry Switzer in there too, because that wasn't his team, right? Dave Campo, Wade Phillips, right?
Great
Jason
defensive
Garrett,
coordinator.
Jason Garrett, like all of those coaches, what I'm saying, haven't worked out because they don't buck the system. So
Mhm.
this hire just looks like every other hire that he's made, before that. It's somebody that he can control that's not gonna buck the system, right? Oh, this is stupid. Schottenheimer been around football his whole life. Come on, man. Yeah, if y'all know football, y'all know the name Schottenheimer. He been around football for a long time. He ain't stupid. But some of the shit that Jerry Jones doing is stupid. It's stupid, man. You gonna tell me you ain't gonna get no draft capital for Michael Parsons like that? Come on, man. You tripping. I would have tried to trade him for the house, bro. Like, if you trying to recreate the triplets, which is what he's trying to do so many times, it ain't gonna work. You ain't got the secret sauce. You ain't got the Krabby Patty formula, bro. You just plankton right now. It's the chump bucket. It ain't good.
It's a knockoff.
That's what I'm saying, man. And until he get the fuck out the way, the Cowboys ain't gonna win shit. And hopefully I ain't gotta wear this bullshit no more this season for real.
Good luck.
but I'm gonna have to, because they gonna win some games, because they not talented. They not at the bottom of the barrel in terms of teams. So they gonna win at least 7 games. I give them 7. But that's just because the Cowboys ain't that bad. They just not a good team. They're not a Super Bowl team. So,
Oh shit! I ain't seen that name in a long time.
What?
If you go to people who liked liked and loved the video, Kenny Boo. I ain't seen that name in a long time.
Yeah, Kenny Boo. What's good with you, dog? You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Since I'm in my Cowboys gear, I'm be like, that's my teammate. That's my quarterback.
He a Raiders fan, so shout out to him. He's a Raiders fan.
Oh yeah, man, that's my quarterback, man. Kenny Boo, man. Hey,
Kenny Boo
played a whole lot of high school football together, bro. And to be honest with you, he should have got a look. He should have got a look. I don't care what it was. He should have got a look.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he tried his hand in Massachusetts, not at UMass, but I'm pretty sure he played somewhere up there, or he at least attempted to. Man, if we would have had, no disrespect to Kobe was good, but if we could have had Kendrick my last year, I think we would have been a lot better.
Man, shit, man, I was happy with Kenny Boo, bro. Shit, man. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like I said, we speaking on past stuff. So if Kenny Boo is married right now, the wife don't get mad. But boy, when you around Kenny Boo, boy, you had the girls, bro. He's the quarterback of the school. Shit, if I'm with him, I know I'm.
Hey, I remember playing JV with Kenny Boo. That shit used to be fun. And Mike was a starting quarterback, and we would be rolling with him as quarterback on JV, bro. That shit was.
Man. Kenny Boo, that's my dog, man. I don't care what nobody say, boy. Kenny Boo had that thing on lock, bro.
He was good, bro.
When he was a senior, bro. Come on, bro. He was off the chain, dog. Off the chain, man. I'm telling you. Then he got the East-West. I want to say he got invited to like the East-West All-Star game. That shit was fire too. I was like, yo, gotta do it. But like I said, we did our thing, dog. We did our thing. That shit was fun, man. I ain't gonna hold you. But gotta give a big shout out, Kenny Boo, Wendy, Andrew, us. Gotta give a big shout out to us, man. Andrew, of course, Chris, Bill, Touchdown Troop, even though you was late. Gotta give a big shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate all the viewership today, man. But before we get up out of here, bro, anything you gotta say?
Shout out to everybody watching. 100 people watching live right now. Like I said earlier, make sure to like the video, smash the like button, follow, subscribe across all platforms, not just YouTube, man. We're on TikTok, we're on X, we're on Twitch for all the game streams, we're on Facebook, we're on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon for all of you audio listeners, like to listen to this maybe when you're at the gym, driving home and to and from work. But for real, if you are on YouTube and you do enjoy college football and NFL content, please subscribe. It's completely free. It makes it a lot easier for you to find this kind of content. We literally post every single day of the year. 365 days, you will always see something posted, whether it's shorts, polls, streams, weekly shows, whatever you need, we got it. So lock us in. It's still early in the season. Lock it in now to where we get later on, things are going to keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Before we know it, it's playoff time. Playoff time makes it even more fun. So definitely check us out. Like the video, comment, follow, subscribe across all platforms. And if you are on YouTube and you're subscribed, hit the bell notification so you never miss a beat, whether it's live shows, anything. You get the first notification so you'll never miss a beat. Don't hit the stairs, man. Hit the elevator.
Yes, sir. Like I said, man, just an update. We got part 5 of the Football Frame of Mind Time Machine dropping Monday. And then we're going to start working on the next one, man. The 70s to the 80s, man. Or 70 to 1980. So y'all going to love that shit because we getting to some real shit. When the real turtlenecks was out.
Yeah, you need to give Burt Jones some shine.
Bro, he was MVP of the league. Are you serious?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
Had Bro not got hurt, Baltimore Colts.
I'm telling you, dog.
He was nice. Like, he was the perfect guy to come after Unitas.
He definitely was, man. And like I said, I literally just got into that. Earl Morrall won MVP the year they lost to the Jets in the Super Bowl. So Earl Morrall's like the greatest backup quarterback ever, bro. He got 2 Super Bowls as a backup quarterback, dog. And he was starting those 2 years. He got that one. He got the Colts championship or something like that. I don't know which one it was, but he was on the Super Bowl team that they won against the Colts or the Cowboys or something like that. And then he was on the 72 Dolphins when they went undefeated. He was actually the quarterback. Yeah, he was the quarterback for that season when Greasy got hurt. So he got like 7 wins undefeated that year. Mm-hmm. So like Earl Morrall, the greatest backup quarterback ever. It's not even a dispute.
But man, imagine if Burt Jones doesn't get hurt. The Colts, like, if they keep having success, they might not go to Indy at some point. You never know. Maybe you guys could be. Maybe y'all could end up being the Indianapolis Ravens. Never know.
Nah, I still be a Rams fan. I probably Actually, you know what? I think I was a Ravens fan longer than I was a Rams fan. Yeah.
The Rams fell in your lap because that was home.
Yeah, but my heart's with Baltimore, dog. I don't really I've been a Ravens fan since I can remember, dog. I'm sorry. When Ray Lewis hit that dude on the sideline, he went flying like a mannequin. I was like, I'm good. I'm cool, man. But yeah, Chris, we gonna get into all of that. Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow.
Love Dan Fouts.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, man. Because the 70s is a wild time, man. But we're gonna get good. We're gonna get real good. So y'all check out part 5. Should be dropping Sunday. But same place, same time next Sunday. Y'all know the drill. This has been the Football Frame of Mind weekly show. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.